Ah, ah, let's see. Let's text this. Ah, ah, let's text this. Does it work? Let's see. Let's text this. Ah, ah, let's text this. Does it work? I'm going to say that it works for now. We'll be good. Ah, anyways, load process. Welcome back to Doodle. Today, we're heading back to the greatest game of all time. But first of all, let me just lower this music. Alright, there. Yeah, today we're going back to Doodle Empires after a while. But I got a few things to say. One, I was about to stream last week, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I was busy, yeah, with a lot of things. But most important is just something that I'll show for us. And that is what we'll get to it after this stream. So you might want to stick for a while, especially for someone that we started with most of our videos. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, look, last time when I tried to use, well, there's Canada's Civil War. Europe is still in 3 or 4 or 5 countries. So yeah, those are 5 countries. So yeah, Vietnam is right here. This was Cambodia. And China started an invasion, of course. But today, we're exiting that era, which you can name whatever era you call it. But now, we're in this new era. So we're going to, alright, does do travel? Okay, okay, we got a lot. But today, we're going to spin the wheel to see which one they get. Large expand. There's no large expands today. So yeah, mission failed for y'all. Next up, for me and expand, it's gonna be low. So yeah, not like super low, but more like low right here. So yeah, small expand. I can just do this, this, all the time. So yeah, again all the time. Now it's time for splits. Will splits be high or will they be low? Surprisingly, extremely low. Splits are kind of not there right. There's no splits. Now time for small splits. How common will they be? None. So yeah, we got no splits. But how about unions? They're medium. Ah. Unions are medium. How about new nations? No new nations. Surprise. Thank you. How about legals? Extremely low. Extremely low new leaders. And what about boards? They're medium. So yeah, small event right now. Now how about founding religions? They're going to be extremely low. So yeah, we're going to put them right here. What about adopt religions? They're low. So yeah, we got low adopt religions. So yeah, that. So yeah, low adopt religions. So yeah, right here. What about diverge origins? They're medium. Origin divergence are medium. Don't be fast. Index. Diverge origin right here. Now we got these freaks right here. They're going to depend. See ya. Age of conflict will be all the time. Welcome to Age of Conflict. Now, how about Age of Union? None. Now, how about splits? Age of splits. Medium. Or the age division. That's what it's called. And now we got a new one. Two new ones. A disaster and a new tribe. And for the sake of wanting to try them out, we're going to put disasters and new tribes in 10. Until we see them, then we'll spin the wheel. We'll keep these the same. Max disaster 2, min disaster 0. So yeah, we see Madagascar have an empire still, but enter text. Ludia. Oh, this is history. Beastland, Puerto Rico, Crusty Towers. Oh yeah, this towers surrendered. capital. Oh, countries. Oh, religions. Krablandian Z. See ya. That happens. So yeah, we're going to click off that. Now let's pick a nation. Bangladesh gets a small expansion. Alright. So yeah, where do they go? They can go up here. Yeah, they can just clean some borders up. So yeah, they just move up right here. So yeah, that happens right here. And they move along across this road right here. Even though this is just a bunch of mountains. They're not corn spot. They also make a deal with India to discuss the borders right here. And that's it. Next up, Mali Coast gets a small expansion. So yeah, to claim their territory, they have gone through a new ideology that makes sure they can stay as superior as possible. So yeah, they decide to announce anyone past their river is going to get taken down. So yeah, that happens. And so the other countries made a stay of alert to make sure don't try to take them. They're going to lose. And from that, right here, Nigeria also kind of gets invaded. Well, it gets invaded by Mali. Yeah, that happens. And the pink country doesn't even do it in their territory too. So yeah, that happens. And there goes a city right here. And oh yeah, a few islands right here. They're taking some. Yeah, and it's game over for the countries that are trying to fight back. Anyways, that happens. And now West Alaska gets a small expansion. So yeah, they're gonna make a deal to make it a straight line. So yeah, that happens right here. And there we go. So yeah, this is Alaska right here. Now, next up, Amalest. Diverged its origin. Angola gets a medium expand. So yeah, they're going to take their comments up right here. And they decide to just take them down. To make sure Angola stays strong. Like always. You can make excuses of why they really are the way they are, but it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. You can make the things. Right. Right. I would say right. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, this goes on and on. And then they captured some of the nations right here. And they ultimately ended up killing off a whole country. So yeah, that happens right here. And this is what Angola looks like. Now, East Manchuria is next. And it diverged its origin. Mushroom Republic is getting a disaster. Oh, of course. And how does it damage the nation? So yeah, let's say a plague one. So yeah, that the Mushroom Republic goes back and starts the age economy. But now we get to spin a wheel for that. So how many we'll get? And it's a low high. Yeah. Disasters, they're getting high. A low high. This is probably low high. This is high. And so yeah, I'm gonna say 14 is a low high. Now, South Island gets a large expand. So yeah, they're going to take advantage of the chaos going to, which I think it's going to probably like an asteroid or something. Let's say it's like a mushroom plate. So yeah, that. Yeah, they announced their expansion across the world to reclaim Canada as the rightful nation, and to make sure everything is done for freedom and peace. So-called freedom and peace. They took this right here, and then took back its rival castle. Ryland is going to make a comeback. Now, it starts right here. Now that, let's get to Wardazonia. It's going to adopt a religion. And I'll say it will adopt Vegas. So yeah. But yeah, the religions were kind of messy, but okay. Next up, Hawaii gets a new tribe. What's a tribe? Hawaii tribe. So yeah, we're gonna say a new tribe happens right here. Which, let's say it's just Hawaii, but let's call it New Hawaii. For the sake, just Hawaii. So yeah. Hawaii, well, New Hawaii decides to take all these arms right here and even take Barrington. So yeah. And this arm right here. So yeah. Now let me just get a new color. New Hawaii. And let's just make it let's make it like this right here. Yeah, there's too many blues, but let's make a new yellow right here. Yeah, that stands out. That stands out. Yeah, perfect. Any comments? No comments here. Alright. Next up, Western Sahara. Small expand. See ya. we're going to say there's going to be an invasion to try to get all the land it can get down south. So yeah, starting right here. It just takes some simple land right here. And blah 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 right here. Now next up, South Ryland is back. And it gets a large expansion. So yeah, it'll still take its place right here to finish off some old. So yeah, it'll still try to finish off right here. Taking this one island right here and continue to go down right here, taking some land right here to make sure Canada stays down. I think Ryland's goal is just staying down Canada and make their own empire. That's probably going to try to rival. So yeah, I could see it rivaling Canada, but right now we are not. See how it goes. So yeah, South Ryland is here. Yeah. Central Africa is next. It gets a small expansion. Some tension will happen between the river. And it is just to make it so. They're calling the river to make it their own border. And it's just lies. It is just an invasion to try to take more land. So yeah, that's Sri Lanka is next. And it gets a small expansion. So yeah, they're just going to take some more land from India. And then there's something there sneakily. Just taking some of these lands right here. And reach down to right here. Before just making sure their river goes right here. In Sri Lanka does have a new empire. Ecuador PLA is going to split. People's what? Liberation Army are free. So yeah, that's. And it mostly comes from the north. So yeah. Blockheads. Anyways, the Mexico Union gets a new leader. Equileo gets a disaster right here. So yeah, which kind of damaged Equileo a lot. Anyways, Caribbean Union. It also gets a disaster. Near Fort Pacifica, it just gets destroyed. Yeah, that. But we also kind of forgot new tribes. What are the new tribes going to get? So yeah, they're going to get medium, so nothing changes. So congratulations, new tribes. You get to say so. Now Caspia's turn. It is going to split. So yeah, Caspia's great empire is going to start falling apart. And We're bringing the country back. Now, where is Kazakhstan? Well, Kazakhstan ain't here, so yeah. I think, hear me out. I'll do a few announcements, but after. So yeah, we're going to do a few announcements after the streams. We'll do it after the stream. So yeah, Kazakhstan has returned. So yeah, this happens right here. Kazakhstan has returned for Avengers Doomsday. So yeah, this is right here. So yeah, this might also become the beginning of their downfall. This might actually be the beginning of their downfall. Oh, there's two Kazakhstans. Kazakh Meso. So yeah, let's both name them. Kazakh Meso, which is like a bright pink. Yep, too bright. I think that looks good. So yeah, that's right here. Now next up, Azerbaijan gets a small expansion. So yeah, the Azerbaijanis are going to try to continue to advance there. But this time up north, where they made a deal with the Dutch to just, like, keep their power right here. So yeah, that's... Mongolia is next. And they diverged their origin. Of course. Kazakh Meso. Small Spain. So yeah. They're going to immediately take over this country. So yeah. Like Caspia, like Caspia, like Kazakhstan. So yeah. Kazakh Meso, which is leaving this country with one dot left. Caspian is now no more. South Africa gets a new leader. So yeah, that happens. Mario Unions gets a medium expand. So yeah, they continue to take the town, head to the Mushroom Fort, and take Peach's Castle. That's it. Now, Ecuador PLA is going to respond to those disasters with great advances, taking the cities right here and manage to regain their power by being better. So yeah, they're like, get good. Now, next up, South Africa. Yeah, they end up, yeah, that an old foe comes back. South Africa, see it. We'll call him the South African M for now. This came from a revolution that wants to bring the monarch back, especially for those loyal elites. Well, not elites, but more like Imperians. Under leader Helga and the origin of Morshikin, they're going to plan to keep their own world back. So yeah. Angola is next. It diverged its origin. Caspian Lake is going to respond by disaster. Yeah, they just like, yeah, we're done. Now, Central Africa is next. And they're going to build a castle. And they call it Castlevania. So yeah, that's the name. Hello to those 5 viewers. So yeah, anyways. Mexico is next. And they build a castle. So yeah, we're going to call this Mexico Town like 4, 5. Oh, it's Mexico Town. Yeah, there's a Mexico Town 2, Fort Mexico. 1 Mexico Town 2. Yeah, let's make it Mexico Town 4. Yeah. A1 Siberia gets a small expansion. So yeah, they respond to get their independence with full-on annexation. Yeah, they just got absolutely split into many pieces. Pieces bad right now. It might be guerrilla warfare right now, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Next up, Madagascar is next, and they're going to go on a conquest to bring their empire back. The next king Julian was like, yeah, you need to be put down. So yeah, they respond to the invasion with the abolishing of both South Africans and demanding this country to get its port right here. So yeah, definitely to just get better access to the Atlantic. And they also took these islands to probably show Sri Lanka's next. So yeah, Sri Lanka just give them some of these islands and then just, they're like, alright, we're chill. Which might cause Sri Lanka's empire to fall. Yeah, and they also took this right here. Some of these smaller lands right here. And left. East Alaska is next. And they found a new religion. Bearism. Bearism. So yeah, they see wavism as like Bearism. East Alaska is next and start of the Age of Comet. Beastland is going to do a small span. They're going to try and retake back their lands. They gain Jimmy Island, and then decide, yeah, we're going to chase after them. So yeah, they announce, yeah, for betraying. So yeah, they got New York, Jimmy Tower, free, and then just start to invade down there, starting the invasion of the Americans. So yeah, that. Cambodia is next. Medium expand. So yeah, that Cambodia obviously is going to try to start it. So yeah, Cambodia takes down Thailand, and they manage to buy the world. Next up, Madagascar is back, and the disaster is going to happen. Yeah, an asteroid the size of Texas, definitely not an invincible reference. It's Cape. See it. It hits and Castle joined and made a massive hole. Right? So yeah, that. Angola is next. And a new tribe will emerge. They call themselves the Angolian Imperial. So, yeah, they look very similar to a pink country. So, right here. The plan is to make sure that the Angolans become an isolation group, staying hidden among the shadows. So yeah, that happens right here. They even lost their big city right here because they want to bring isolationism to Angola, to the whole Angolan state. That is what its goal is, and to make sure they stay out anyways. Which they're like, we're not starting anything. We're just chill. They're like, still, no talk. So yeah, this civil war starts with a bang, like a shebang, right here. The Jacker Union gets a new tribe. So yeah, Korea saw this situation, was like, yep, we're done. So yeah, Korea surrenders. And then forms a new nation called Korea. So yeah. And the Manchurians agreed and decide to now start targeting Japan. So yeah, this war is ended in the Korean Peninsula. Is now only beginning much more fishing, fishing. Now it just begins. Now Korea isn't. But will it start to have something to do So yeah. The Jacker Union is now left as Japan, as it now has to fight for itself. Now, Crablandia is next, and the disaster will happen. A disaster will start. We'll head to the border of Mexico. Nah, we're just kidding. Krusty Krab, we had a long stay. Now it's gone. So yeah. Mongolia is now next. Yeah, Mongolia is just want some more border to just stay here. So yeah, that happens. And Mongolia is done. Mexico is next. And it begins to try and take its whole nation back after a brutal civil war. And the West is next and gets a meeting with Spain. Yeah, its goal is to just, well, claim most of the country, of course. So yeah, that happens right here. And that's what. So yeah, they made right here. And then, bang. And the West is here. Next up, Mexico is back again. It just can't keep on trying to find itself alive. Yeah, Mexico is kind of messier than right now. Gabon is going to unite. It successfully reunited with the rebels of Nigeria. So yeah, that's right here. So yeah, now the Roman Empire is next, as it's going to take another continent. Well, where are you exactly? Well, go along now. A planned invasion of Carthage has been on its way. It starts with a small island, then another review as it grows. They cut Tunis off and announce the War of Carthage had begun. Yeah, this operation is called Operation Romani. So yeah, they begin starting to just, well, invade Morocco, stopping at the mountains, and as it just begins to invade its other city, to make sure it just surrenders, which does not become a case right. Now the Mushroom Republic is going to just split. So yeah, why did it split? Because of an army. The West Mushroom Republic has announced self. One of its kings has said, yeah, we're done. We're done with this. Well, we're done with this republic. Now, this caused a lot of discussion to happen. So yeah, the West Republic and the East Republic is like, what do we do against this island empire? And they decide, one side is just accept its territory and let it happen and start taking down the Mushroom Kingdom, like what the Mario universe did. While the other was like, let's pause this attack and then just focus on this. which both got heated up, and they just decided to make themselves enemies. Now Central Canada is not going to let this empire slide. They're going to announce war will start against this nation because it's not going to take down any other countries. Its goals were done, and they were being as constitutional as possible, which is letting those two countries go. So yeah. But with this country trying to be a threat to unite Canada itself, they don't want this to happen. So yeah, they begin to take back Ryland Castle, as it is just discovered, yeah, they're not going to try peaceful against this nation. So yeah, New Persia is next. It's going to try to take a new expand policy right here, and now it's announced itself as a new nation, and its goal is to become the most powerful country in this region, or even the whole continent. That is what its goal is to be. Now, west of right here, yeah, it is announced itself as more of a conqueror. It took some winning right here, but other than that, they just decided to try to fight against the Mushroom King, which is what this country's goal, which is the king hates beaches. And they think that this second certain movie that Peach is in is not good. Yeah, that's what he thinks. Not me, because what's wrong with me? Anyways, yeah, they took another city, and yeah, this nation is just, they just gained more land. And now its goal is just to also try to reunite with the Mushroom Republic. Which, let's see how that goes. But anyways, yeah, this nation is just trying to take out Peach as much as possible. Yeah, on the real Western end. Yeah, the Western Empire is continuing to attack the Russian Kingdom. So yeah, this is probably Peach's bad day right now. And you know what else is bad day? Yeah, the East. So yeah, they nearly lost their capital to a king. So yeah, that happens. Because the country can't even function. Because they're so worried about this northern threat. So yeah, that happens. Next up is Korea. A small migration. So yeah, that happens right here. So yeah, small migration right here. Yeah, that was weird, but anyways. Yeah, that was the weirdest thing I seen. Not the worst. So yeah, small migration happens in the China right here. Because they're feeling more like imperial than Japan, which just takes over all these lands right here. And this just caused Japan to just run. Yeah, that happens. Next up is Quebec. Gets a new tribe. So yeah, they're going to force a new. So yeah, they're going to force this new nation right here. So yeah, this right here just now itself as new words. So yeah, that. And now, yeah, this nation right here is now formed as new words. So yeah, this nation just kicked out N-words. And now Brian new words. Or the Quebecian Islands. So yeah, next up, Sri Lanka. It announces that this was a secret deal to just take this thing. Yeah, they saw the incident. It was like, yeah, too bad it's so sad. Now they just continue to just take all of this land right here, and Singapore is going to lose. Right. Quebec City announces itself. Quo City, some familiar with, like this city right here, but not really. Now, Mexico is next. Origins diverge. East Alaska. Origin diverged. Paraguay gets a split. Yep. What should we call this one? South Rio, probably. Well, what kind? We got reds. We got orange. I think we need the yellow. We need the yellow. Yeah, I think that looks good. Does it look similar to the orange? Maybe, but will be good for that. Let me just. Yep. There goes the end. Anyways. East Manchuria. What will happen to them? They'll start the age of Arabia gets a large expand. They're going to start to just make a deal with Iraq to just take some of these lands. In exchange, they're just going to give them some money. That simple, that easy. So yeah, that. So yeah. And also to find them in this war. Which Egypt might be helping the Algerians to keep this war on. So they just do a few borders changes right here. And Arabia is big. Next up, Lydia gets a small expand. So yeah, I just take the rest of these lands inside. Yeah, I form that coalition. And I just took nearly the whole country. of Ryland, or the North Pole. So yeah, that's what it is. Now North China gets a new shrine. So yeah. This dynasty will be named after, well, a guy, of course, but not just a guy, probably a military general. So yeah, the general tired of this war going down here. Yeah, he was like, yeah, we're done. We're forming our own nation. Yeah, this was mostly North China, but he had a good chunk of, well, South China. So yeah, you could see a dispute right here, but that's not a dispute. But or is it? Or is it? Dynasty of Matto. So yeah, they made a new dynasty called Dynasty of Matto. Red, orange. Let's make it light orange. Like, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Japan is next. Yeah, they decided to just do this right here. So yeah, they decide to take all the country right here and then just take, yeah, those lanes right here. And then, man, they're starting to fight back against the countries right here. But anyways, they take all these lands right here, take Japan right here, and it goes on. So yeah, they managed to successfully took down all, and to get revenge, to make sure that Jack still there, they just took South Korea. Yeah. No. Yeah, which left there just be a North Korea. And Japan is now just right. Is all that's left. And Korea was like, oh no. So yeah. Fort Yang has been created to counter against Japan. Siberia Ren has decided to fight back and reconnect back these lands right here for the most part right here. Yeah, Ren isn't the smartest sword shed, but it's strong. Now the Federation of Lugo is going to unite with South Korea to form this nation. So hopefully it creates a more united South Africa. So we will. Papa State, it's going to get a disaster coming at it soon, but it's more like this. So doesn't badly get, but somewhat fast. The UHR is next and gets a new tribe called South Song. Or South Zhejiang. So yeah, that happens right here. So yeah, that happens right here. Coming down. Catch the Z. It's right here. Yep. Here. And that's South Zone. Next, Korea. Korea does a fight back. It takes back its whole peninsula right here, taking some of the islands right here, but doesn't dare to try to invade right here, except for the few of these islands right here. And that's it. They don't try to take down Japan yet. Paraguay is next, and it just got more chaos. Paraguay, anarchist. Yeah, Paraguay is now such a chaotic mess that, yeah, a group right here just emerged right here. See it, called the Paraguay Anarchists. Its goal is just try to create a functional government without this nation. Yet, right now, it's a chaos. But East Timor is going to try to fight back by just diverging towards. Yeah, you did. You did good. You did good. Japan is next. And it's going to found a religion. So yeah. What's Japan's religion? Is the kind of Hokkaido art. Yeah, that's what's got. Now, next up, the Enron, or the Northern Republic of Peru, is going to build a castle called Castle Inca. So yeah, Peru did become a chaotic mess. The North Pole gets a small expand. It did secretly expand right here. And it's just, and we're given a deal to just give them these lands in exchange to not try anything to them. And to just let them try to take down this nation. Yeah, the Mali coast is next. Gets a new tribe, so yeah. They get this new tribe called the Northern Gold Road. So yeah, that's yeah, this tribe was based on, well, mostly ranked north, but it did get exploration from down a bit. So yeah, this nation right here just created a big nation right here that might cause chaos across the West Africa in the future, but right now they're not an Avengers level threat yet. The Western Republic announces that the new Republic has now been finished off, and it announced the threat that the Mushroom Kingdom is now gone. They are going to be finished off, and that they will soon become the new Mushroom Kingdom. It should have been obvious, but they did make a catch there. So yeah, they did make a catch there. They called it the Mushroom Kingdom, but it's not going to be called Mushroom Kingdom. It's going to be called the Mushroom Empire. Because they do not want to fish with the kingdom that is owned by Peach, which is now Baybar's. But the cult wants nothing to do with the Mushroom Kingdom. But they do announce themselves. Well, let me get the right color. They want to make themselves clear that they're the Mushroom Kingdom and no one else is. For now, they just put this dark pink color. That's the Mushroom Kingdom called. Ecuador PLA announced itself as the real Ecuador. Announced itself as the first People's Republic. So yeah, of the Americas, of course. And as they announced, their first mission is to liberate El Dorado. So yeah, they reached stage right here, take Castle Inca, and announce they're going to push to El Dorado. And now, this might actually become an empire soon. Mongolia is next, and it's getting a large expansion. Mongolia sees the chaos going down right here, and they're like, yeah, let's pretend that none of this happened. They took Castle Z, and then just rewrite their books saying that this never happened. So yeah, biggest surprise. Angola was like, yeah, we need. So yeah, this is becoming pretty much a problem. And this might actually affect Madagascar. Yeah, it's becoming so bad yet for Angola to have so many tribes. Yeah, that it affects their city right here. So yeah, it's pretty much becoming a big issue for Angola to handle. So yeah, that happens right here. And there's now no hope for Angola to be revived. Now Gabon is next, and they got a disaster. So yeah, it was an absent, and it just got taken out. Kazakh is next, and they do a small experiment. They took the rivers of Caspia right here, and just like get as much done as possible, and then just cut them off right here to make sure to unite Kazakh as one Silk Road. The Netherlands is next, and they build a fort, and they call it support Berlin. So yeah, they start building castles for people to live in. So yeah, they're that rich. That's all. South Riley builds a castle called New Riley. Yeah, that happens. So yeah, there begins a lot of chaos. Nambia is next, and they got memes. So yeah, they see them as a threat, and they start trying to take them down. These tribes as a threat, so they start invading them, taking Quote City, and just, well, let's start attacking. So yeah, Nambia is becoming more of threat against them. So yeah, Nambia got it. Next up, Alaska Koro. It is getting a small expand. So yeah, this happens right here. And there we go. Afghan Congo is next. And it diverged its origin. So yeah, let's see which country diverged its origin the most. Most of it got its origin from Tanzania. Most of it got from the OG Creblania. And so on. Sri Lanka is next. Gets a new leader. Central Africa. God, disaster. Well, Castle Bang Bang. Azerbaijan. Age of conflict. Central Africa gets a meter expand. It recovers its city right here. And Central Africa begins to just try to take more of these lands to make sure Ethiopia stays down. To hopefully make sure that Ethiopia stays down. So yeah, that. This house right here in Central Africa is much bigger now. Yep. And there goes like Europe. The Persian Republic is on its last legs. And Persia unified what has now become announced itself as Iran. And now it just rebirthed the Persians as like Iran. And they just said, yeah, we're never going to surrender. We are never going to surrender. Because we are great. And Persia is now just a memory. Iran is the new Persia. Mali Coast is next. And they need to just what? Yeah, we're stabilizing this situation. So yeah, they just took a few rivers of them and then that's it. They did nothing else. And then just take this niche for Q and what? The United Union. See it. That's Union. That's the Union. Gets a disaster. Instead of just being like a meteor asteroid, yeah, DC got nuked. First country got nuked. Surprising. Compared to the others, definitely never let this happen. But now, they got a new leader. Papa said, yeah, and let's try to do this. Yeah, that's all. Next up, Angola Imperials. Oh man, disaster. Yeah. Mushroom Empire gets a new tribe. So yeah, Karma. What's the opposite of Karma? Uh, Chance. Randoms. Dorama. We'll call this Dorama. And I know the exact opposite of Karma. Karma's colors. Yep, we're doing these colors right here. Yeah, Dorama, welcome. This is now Dorama's first appearance as a country. Now, is official right here. See, that happens right now. And that Dorama is the newest nation. So yeah, that. New Persia happens. What do they think? Oh man, it just East Manchuria got split. Yeah, seeing that the war's over, they're like, yeah, Manchuria's good, but yeah, it got end sometime. You got end it. So yeah, North Manchuria just left, came and went. They're like, yeah, I love Manchuria, but yeah, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. Now, South Manchuria is now there. Next up, Trablandia. Yeah, they're going to just try to recover. Try to recover Trablandia back. But to also recover this situation that's going on. Yeah, that's just to get something going. Right there. No. Ah, yeah.
Hey, if I could plan a vacation for us, would you guys want to go to Disney World, Duke Orange, or Epcot, Universal Studios?
It sounds good.
Yeah, but hurry up. Just some small packages first. That way I have it. Epcot has Mario Land.
Alright, it sounds good. Ah, yeah, we're back. So, now, anyways, yeah, Crablandia is just trying to yeah, to recover the situation. They just take Mars City, and then that's it. California makes a deal to just give them land exchange to take down those Mexico babies, which it does work. It does work. But at what cost? So yeah, Crablandia is pretty big right now. Now, Paraguay anarchists. Is going to try to keep going. So yeah, they see Paraguay and was like, yeah, Paraguay's let's make the best for this. So yeah, Paraguay keeps going down, and now they just start taking down this nation. And why they're taking them down? It's because they just want to bring back Amazon, of course. Angola Union. They successfully unite with this rep after quotes say just fall through that they're nothing but the gun. The Persian Republic, if one picks its stand, adopts a religion, which was Cleoism. So yeah, that. Arabia is going to unite, but there's no one to unite. So they announce themselves. They're united to reform the old empire. So yeah, that happens. The old empire has returned. So yeah, that country has returned. Next up, Karma. It's Karma, boy. Yeah, they're starting an invasion against the offset Karma. Of course they are. So yeah, Karma is done. Yeah. Karma just took a lot of territory. So yeah. Quebecian Islands. It's a large island. So yeah. They're going to take down this nation right here. Which is just Quebecian Islands versus Quebecian City. So yeah, that. The Roman Empire does a small thing. They finally connect up and manage to start to take out the rest of this nation. They still have to worry about Fort Carthage, but other than that, Carthage ain't fall. Central Canada gets a new leader. Angola starts the age of division. Now, peace, land. Now, Beastland, this for Beastland, Beastland has returned. And they start a new fight, of course. So yeah, we don't know what to do. The What's on the BL afternoons? So yeah, that happens. So yeah, this happens right here. So yeah, they were like, yeah, we can leave you now. You got it. So yeah, they just, but except it wasn't that. It was Western Sarah. And then it just takes these arms. Yeah, that was a mistake, but we could just pretend that this is more like there's a beast in the majority. Yeah. Argentina, you next. In Argentina, in order to fix this crisis, Justin Bieber needs this nation to keep it safe. Yeah, it's Argentina. Saint Republic gets a new tribe called Chile. And they brought Chile back once more. Yeah, they believe Chile to be a nation that didn't deserve to lose itself. So yeah, Chile returns. Federation of Liga builds a castle. It's going to call Lusa. Absent Congo. Absent. Absent Con. Ah, Absent Con. Ah, let me. Ah, ah. Is the art good or did it just split? Did it just. Ah, let me. We're good. But the art is now gone. Is the art good? Slow. They just well, it's dual empires. They just now I can't hear myself. We're good. The art is now gone. Slow. I think we're good, right? Now I can't hear myself. We're good. The art is now gone. Slow. I think we're good, right? All right, all right, all right. Now I can't hear myself. We're good. Very good, Doodle. Very good. Now, are we good or are we good? Because I don't know what happened. Very good, Doodle. Very good. Ah, are, are we? Are we good? Are we good or are we good? Because I don't know what happened. Very good, Doodle. Very good. Ah, are, are we? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Or I think we're good, bro. I think we're good. Yep. But anyways, Epson Congress next. And let's make a new country based off. I don't know what. We're going to call it Caesar's Legion. No, not Fallout 4 or Caesar's Legion. More like Planet of the Apes. Caesar's Legion. Let me just. It's more like Caesar's Legion. Yeah, this is now the new con. The Mali Coast is next. Yeah, it got split. So yeah, we got an Ivory Coast now here. And it's kind of based off of Ivory Coast right here. So yeah, that. The Roman Empire is next. It's going to unite, forcing the Carthaginians to surrender. So yeah, that. Central Africa is next. Yeah, and it got their destroyed. In fact, a new country will emerge called Sudan. Let's see. I want to give it a new, like a unique idea. Like right here. So yeah, it will emerge from the ashes of Central Africa. Now, next up, Singapore gets a new tribe called Indonesia. Indonesia. So yeah, they reformed under a new nation right here. Which mostly forms right over here. And then yeah, and that is Indonesia. Next up, Brasilia gets a new tribe. And this is going to be the return of Afghanistan. Afghanistan has returned. So yeah. It emerges right near the rivers right here and becomes somewhat back, but not full. Now, next up, Korea. Now, that is just going to be yep, Tuesday, but I'm streaming right now. Now, 9:30. Now, new tribe. So yeah, next up, new tribe right here, and this is going to call Mount Kingdom of. Now, Yeah, we got an exclave right here. It came from these handles right here. Since they still own property, then they're kind of important cities right here. So yeah, I think the year is 2871 in their time, but it's up to you. But anyways, this city right here is now what we call right now Caspia gets a new leader. Any species. Brazil announces it will do economics. So yeah, that happens right here. And Brazil got a little bit, but not full. Chad split. And split into Niger right here. So yeah. They kind of lost in the way, but it'll be fine. So yeah, now it's back here. And this is all magic. So yeah, Niger right here. And that's all. The Yama. And that's Niger. Sri Lanka is next. Gets a Villa Castle. Casablanca. Next up, Northern Golden Road gets a split into King's region of King's regional. So yeah, whatever this nation is. So yeah, the king just splits off from the rest of the kingdom to just form this nation. So yeah, that's the easiest story of it. Of Aegon. He's a united. He's a people's party. Now new groups. Medium migration. Oh, it's a leaving the country. See, there's something better. They take these nations back and just take some of these nations. This right here. So yeah, this nation right here is now there. Ivory Coast gets a small split into Liberia. So yeah, everything's starting to fall apart for Africa, of course, as a whole, because this region was once very united, very powerful, and had more power than the rest of the country, like Crablandia. But no, it's now gone. RIP. The country with the most power. You will never miss it. At least they're gone now. Bear tap, no flower, and tap. Yeah, and they split. So yeah, this is now as Inner Mongol. So yeah, this whole nation right here is Mongol right here. It wishes to unite with all its Mongol people to be a part of this nation. Next up is Enron, Ages of Conflict. Madagascar announces it will repair its damage from here, and it shouldn't have done that. Sri Lanka is done. Yeah. Sri Lanka's empire just crashed and burned before it just can even finish. So, Malaysia, on the other hand, unites with Cambodia to become a veteran. Libya gets a disaster happening. It just throws a baseball bat at New Ryler and it just destroys the city. So yeah, I just hit a little base bat and died. Quebec, there's a small span, and to make sure the animals never rise back up. To make sure that the city never comes back. Next up, the Ivory Coast gets a new shrine because it's called United African Tribes of we'll see who's next because it's just like a lighter green. So yeah, we see the death and now the rebirth of the new Africa. So yeah, it just got of Tekta. So yeah, Tekta becomes the new nation right here. Ludia is next and does a small spin. Continuing its operation down south. Taking the castle right here and kept on taking some of the coast right here. So yeah, that happens. Yeah, that one. Yeah, they let Blue May right here, and that just happens. Luria is now pretty big now, right here. Luria is kind of resembling the old Luria right here that used to be right here. Died. It lost it. The Quebecian Islands. They regained Close City and then just made a deal with Quebec to just take these lanes in exchange to make sure and which never returns. So yeah, that. Mexico is next. And it gets a smog swim. Of course it does. Since it's the nation that receives the most pain out in the country. Bangladesh. Year leader. Persia Republic. It does a small redemption. It successfully takes the city back for here and connects all its cities right back here, but fails to get Ambergris somewhat. So yeah, that happens. Mortazomia gets a small expand. They just take a part of the panhandle for here, take some lands right here again, and that's all. Mortazomia is still right here. Caspia is next. And the worst thing happened. Yeah. Oh. So yeah. Caspia just crumbled. Dynasty of Matto gets a new shrine. Matto democracy. So yeah, that happens. Yeah, this happens right here. And Matto is just so yeah, that's now Matto. The Persia Republic splits into again. This time it splits for good. So yeah, East Persia. So yeah, Persia might actually be good. And the West Persia. So yeah, those are two Persias right now. Let's head to North Manchuria. As they just decide, yeah, after that, we're taking some way. We're gonna fight back against this nation. Except doing that, Maya actually upset one day. Yeah, that might not have been the best idea to do that. Let's see what happens. Ecuador People's Republic was a castle called Castle of Castillas. Now, next up, New Zealand. It gets a small expand. See how that happens. Zimbabwe. New leader. Alaska Core. Small expand. Yeah, that's right here. Northern Golden Road. So yeah, that is going to successfully unite with the King's region. The Papa State is here, and it will unite with Indonesia to create Oceania. See that. Alaska is next. It's a new front. South Korea. It's done right here. South Korea Islands. Not islands, but like South Korea. So, taking a few of these lanes right here. And they did that. Yeah, that stands out. Next up, Mortizonia is back. Gets a new leader. South Ryle. Starts the Age of Conflict. Central Canada unites successfully. Gets a nation to unite. And who unites? Well, the answer is actually common. Well, not common. More like the North Pole. Central Canada still keeps its motive center. Unite with countries that would want aid. Afghanistan is next. Or at least Pakistan. This is now Pakistan. And it's just going to just make sure Afghanistan tries not to exist. Niger is next. It does immediate spin. See a bit. These lands right here go to right here. Gabon is next. It adopts a religion and goes for Athens. Alaska Coro gets a disaster right here. Picks up Sant Republic, diverges its origin. Sant Republic returns and gets a large expansion. And its goal is to just take out Iraq, which would go successfully, to make sure that economies do not try to take it back, which makes them happy, because their goal is trying not to let or achieve a return, which they're happy. See it. Ludia is next. And they get a small expansion. So yeah, they continue going down south and reaching right here to take out the rest of this nation. Terrifying nation right here. and Bolivia just absolutely takes me. So yeah, that. The Caribbean Union is now next, and it gets worse. So yeah, its goals were to establish a nation that was strong enough to get its old lands back. And so it did. It managed to take out all these nations from Cuba. Take back its old lands from Cuba and announce itself as right here. So yeah. Since the Caribbean Union is now that. California is now here. It unites with the Caesar Republic. Yeah, that happens. Which upset Mexico. Netherlands gets a meeting of its thing. They made a deal with Rome to get Kiev back and just take some land from Russia and just leaves. They also gained this land back and then, well, let's see what you do. They just bought England back from. So yeah, it was just England. That's it. They don't get the entirety of the UK like England did. But now Madagascar is next. And they're going to continue their large expansion back to right here. They took these lands right here, and now they finally have the power to take these on. They demand Indonesia to give them Singapore, which they did no effort. So yeah, that. And they started fueling their operations inside other countries. The Mexico Union is next. Yeah, there. And something also happens right here. The Aztec Empire had emerged right here. They announced themselves as the Aztecs, as they just peered out many cities right here. They announced themselves as the real deal. They announced themselves as a way to get revenge on all those enemies who tried to take them down the pass. Now Afghanistan. Yeah, bam. Philippines gets a new lead. Paraguay anarchists. They got a great skill. See, they announced they're going to take out Aries as its first mission. So yeah, the anarchist group right here is doing a job that hadn't been done in history before, and now it is getting done. And announce themselves as the new empire of Brazil, called the Paraguayan Empire. So yeah, that is the new one. They start out as an anarchy group. Now they become agrarian. Azerbaijan is next. And they get a large expansion. They take advantage of chaos in Persia and they just destroy them forever. So yeah, that. They didn't take advantage of the chaos in Caspia and took all these lands right here. So yeah, that happens right here. And their goal is to take the Caspian Sea under Azerbaijan. Next up, Siberia of Red gets a new tribe. They want to be called. Next is a new nation right here, Siberia of There's a new Siberia in town. And it's over right here. Siberia of Allah. So yeah, that is the next nation. Next up. This always happens. Enter keys works. Now, Karma is next. And gets a new leader. North China is next. And they diverge their origin. New Hawaii is next. And they started the age comp. BLF grounds are next. And they started a main stand. They took their conquest down south. And then they just take more. Russia is next. And they started a new tribe. And they started a tribe like the Tartar Republic. So yeah, that. So yeah, this right here is the Tartar Republic. It's not going to be brown, obviously, but it will be a different color. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Anyways, this is the new nation out for you. So yeah, that. Yeah. So yeah, this right here. Yeah, that happens. Tartar Republic is now here. Now the old empire is next. Build a castle. Castle Arabia. There you go. Bam. Amazonia. Medium expand. So yeah, they see Brazil's expansion as crazy, so they just fight back. Bangladesh gets new leader. Take Dara is going to unite with Liberia. South Korea gets a small migration. Yeah, South Korea just expands that south. So yeah, there was a mass migration going up south. Now South Sudan is next. They built a castle called Ifo. And then they renamed themselves to Ethiopia. So yeah, back to Ethiopia. They changed their color back to orange, and the whole shebang happens. Next up, Brazil gets a new leader. Mali Federation is going to unite with the North Mali Federation. Yeah, Africa is pulling itself back together right now. South Ryland. It's still here. It took a few hours here for just taking over Edward slowly. Yeah, that was a big mistake with Beck. Why did you do that? So yeah, they start to invade right here and plants in your town. Mexico Unionist was like, yeah, we can't deal against those people. West Manchuria gets a medium expand. So yeah, they're starting to try to take back Manchuria back as a new nation. So yeah, that here. And next up is the Caribbean. They see the situation as like, oh no, yeah, we're gonna be fine. No. Emma West. Emma West is signed. Yeah, that situation is crazy, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Not that crazy for us. But what is crazy is Earlier's like older than like in the 90s. Namibia gets to unite with the nation. They do have no faith like Zimbabwe, so they'll just unite with this group. But it'll be fine. North Manchuria gets a small expand. So yeah, that happens. Mali Coast is next, and they keep on falling apart like always. The next up is Nigeria. So yeah, that it keeps on collapsing on it. Yeah, while the rest is covering, yeah, they're like, yeah, Ruby, let's make it better. And they just made Nigeria. So yeah, they give it all the frames they like. And it's done. The UHR is finally here. And it's about to do a large expand. So yeah, that happens right here. And they just finish off this nation right here. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done. Chad is next. Yeah, Chad's done. Niger's next. And it's going to announce, so it's going to interview against Nigeria. So yeah, that. Chad was like, yeah, but yeah. Then the Aztec Empire was like, you're trying. And it created the Aztec Republic. So yeah, this is going to be one of the most chaotic civil wars ever. He was like, yeah, but create a new republic at least. So yeah, based off the Mexican towers, and then still, yeah, that happened here. Yeah. Yeah, that. Next up, Quebecian Islands. Yeah, it's a small civil. So yeah, the route Newlands. So yeah, the route Newlands has reemerged as a group radio. It was like, yeah, we're here to take over all Canada to bring new power for the states and people. So yeah, that. Mexico is next. David Olicast. That's it. That's what they do. You're in the Civil War. So yeah, you're in the Civil War and you just fill a castle. Chad's next. It fills a hole from last time and makes sure that it gets its base back right here. They're like, yeah, you can have the rest, but let me keep my base, please. And West is next. It's a new leader. Paraguay Empire. It gets a small span. It takes most of these lands back here and invades up to Brazil. Announcing it's now at war with Brazil. South Island is next. And they got a disaster. Yeah, and it was a nuke. Yeah, it was a nuke. But now the Mushroom Kingdom is going to fight back. And it did. So yeah, the anarchy groups are now. And it's brought in the second anarchy group. Called the Anarchy of Mushrooms. So yeah, that happens right here. And there are many people trying to point fingers at Peach and then the Mushroom Kingdom itself. And the Mushroom Empire in a way. Now Siberia of Red gets a small split. Call itself the Siberia of. So yeah, that happens right now south of Yev. Now next up, why does this happen? Why does this happen all the time? Why? We'll head back to Mexico. Yeah, I'm about to crash. If this happens all the time. But anyways, we're heading to Mexico. Yeah, they got the worst ending out of any country. If I had to guess a worst ending for any country, it's Mexico. It has to be Mexico. If there's no other country that I'm more disappointed, it's Mexico. The Mexican Empire is announced itself as an official nation that needs what? Yeah, we're done. We're done. So yeah, the Mexican Empire just took itself like that. Nigeria was like, yeah, let's create a new tribe. The West, the Niger Islands. So yeah, that happens right here. So yeah, that happens right here. And that's it. So yeah. Dorama is next. Build a castle. Castle Dorama, right here. What? Let me just. There it is. Now, Nambia is next. It's a disaster. Right here. North China's next. Gets a small split. So yeah. Federation of. Let's make this more like a similar color to China, since it's kind of collapsed, like all China's do. So that this might actually become a permanent. For now, at least. Federation of Lee. Absent Congo is next. It gets another split. the Congo coast. So yeah, that happens right now. And this is the next image right here. Look. Alright. Yep. 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 Wait. Yes. Nigeria is next. Now, next up, Pakistan. It's a small split. And it's currently the same. So yeah, that's right here. So yeah, right now. Vietnam is next. And I think they're going to take advantage of the rest of South China. So yeah, they just take these lanes and left while China's collapsing. South China just was like, let's hope they survive. Now, next up is Dorama. It's a new tribe. And they call themselves the city-states of based off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. So yeah. This happens right here. And now it's the new country. The 15 city states of Gore. The 15th. So yeah, that's for Mongolia gets a meeting with Spain. They see the situation going on. It's like, yeah, you're not with the states, but that one country in a month, and just completely destroy what was left of North Manchuria. Now Gabon is next. Asia conflict. Caesar's legion just built a castle. Boom. Castle Caesar. 1. Siberia of Mir expanded. So they began to try to march on their city states right here, taking a few lands, not just passing through, and then just stop right here. So that is what we got. Niger's next. It does a small spin right in 4 of Niger. So that happens. The Ecuador People's Republic. There's some also kind of bad acts. Well, for those two at least. They capture El Dorado. With that, they managed to gain the nation. Okay. And then they call themselves the new successor, Morta Chica. They took the country's name, and now they're back. They faked an ideology for many years, and now they got back under Casticas. Now South Manchuria. Let's head to China to find Manchuria sees the situation was like, not our fault, but we'll take some land. We'll take some. So Manchuria successfully unites. Kind of, no way. It's still technically East Manchuria. Go figures. But under those few years, they have been building up to just take some of these lands to reclaim their title as Manchuria. So they're now still East Manchuria. So now, next up, Malafet gets a new leader. Beastland gets a great expand. They managed to get a great expand and to take back their city right here. And as the intro plays, their country slowly gets liberated and liberated and liberated from any enemies that go against it. They took back these lands right here, and they took some of these islands right here back. But not fully yet, but they did get some. So that happens. Now Beastland is now kind of right here now. Now the Western Sahara. It's kind of flying back. With Kazakh Mesa getting a new tribe form called the Great Lakes, of now here goes the nation right here. So yeah, since it's Easter, it is kind of Easter code, but you get the point. Let's do something. Beastland is next, and it gets a small skin. So yeah, it doesn't make a deal with, well, Crablandia to make some boards right here, and it happens right here. So yeah, that's the animation. Anarchy of Mushrooms now is next, and starts taking much of the lanes, even taking some right here, as the Mushroom Kingdom nearly gets eliminated with one pixel left. Angola is next, and just retakes its land back, and also gets 12 city back, and to also just take a lot of Zambic city, since they did fail to just meet the requirements of what it means to win. So yeah, they lost. But next up, Caribbean Union. So yeah, they got another disaster happen in Caracas. After this guy survived this one somehow, yeah, they just got destroyed again. By who? By who? Mexico is next. Of course, it's either getting a leader or getting cut. Oceania gets a major expand. So yeah, they took a lot of lands from right here to make sure that they're doing better right now. They launched an invasion into Australia. This became the first invasion of Australia to ever hit the nation. Now, the Mushroom Kingdom would unite with the Mushroom Empire to make sure that this nation doesn't exist anymore. If they do manage to stop. Thanks to the help of Crablandia and the Mar, which now they just start taking out the Mario region, Mario units. Now, next up is Egypt, where it gets a large expansion. Yeah, they see this whole nation right here. It starts just, yeah. They did take some land from Ethiopia, but they don't mind it. They're just scared of, like, Sudan, yeah, but not really scared. So yeah, that happens right now. And that's all. Next up, the Old Empire. They built a castle. Castle Jordan. Malaysia is united. Not India, but more like Vietnam. But I think we should make something like this color written. I think that color looks good. And now the UHR is next. He builds a castle called Wukong's Castle. Sorry to offend anyone from Tibet. Sorry I got it wrong. But anyways, West Manchuria is next. The start of the Age of Pop. Great Lake of Para. So yeah. What does Great Lake of Para do? Diverged origin, like always. Malaysia gets a disaster in Hong Kong. Russia adopts a religion, and it's gonna be Cleoism. So yeah, it's still the biggest religion, right? Not the biggest compared, but they're kind of the biggest. Romanism is Latin still big. Mickeyism. And now we got 6 turns left for the announcements. But now India gets a disaster in North South F for SA, Quebec Islands, gets a new tribe. Yeah, that tribe's at the club. Yeah. Now, Alaska Coro, it's Smart Span. Yeah, Alaska Coro happens. Siberia of Yev. There's a castle here. Quebec unites with drives a Q club going Quebec. And then it finally ends in South Island, where South Islands collapse with Island of which managed to make much of which managed to split the two, making the job more easy. Island of Timor right under the top, Tamor, and then right under the Alexander. Which split into so yeah, which ends the rival groups that start right here and ended right here. So in a way, it's kind of a story arc now similar to the Q arc, other arcs, but well, it's temporary, and this is what the world now looks like. Save as 3,000. And we did it. We did it, y'all. We did. But now, before we leave, I have an announcement. Yeah, I have started a new world. Well, I'm starting a new Let's Play series. If y'all want to start, if y'all want me to play, well, if y'all want to see it, you can. I'll be on between 7 or 10, or if some trouble happens, or at least late or anything else. Yeah, you should. Anything happens, we'll just do it. But see ya. I'm thinking of a new Let's Play right now because it's been let me get to this right here. See ya right now. But it has been yeah, it's been 3 months since we did a Let's Play. And we did it in hard. So yeah. We might do another Let's Play one. So yeah. So yeah, it's been a long while. But now we're here. Now we're here. So yeah. But now I think we're going to just stop here. So yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow at least. I would say at least 7 or 8. 7 or 8. I wake up. Now, see y'all next time.